spiritual fatherhood. I want to look at this from two angles. One, the picture that God has given us in earthly fatherhood, and then what First John says about spiritual fathers. For the fallen man who is corrupted by his own mortality, and Darwinian psychology, reproduction is immortality. It is what the man who has no hope of salvation leaves upon the earth. And so, fathers are driven to shape their sons and daughters in certain ways because of what it says about them. So that the good things your father did, the mistakes your father made, many of them were his own way of saying, what if he's not ready? What if she's not ready? What if they're not strong enough to stand their own when I'm gone? So there is a deep internal desire in good fathers, in sane fathers, and imperfect fathers to prepare you for something. So that spirit of preparation, that spirit of putting their imprint on you, hopefully more good than bad, is at the essence of fatherhood. Now we see that First John says this about fathers: they have known him who is from the beginning. So you can map a transition of their understanding of their relationship with God from little children who are babies that know dad loves them, who know they're forgiven, who know they're safe, who know that no matter how many times they vomit on you, you're going to think they're adorable. To the young men and women who have the Word inside them, who have become students and appliers of the Word of God and begun to do the things the Word says. To fathers who now it says they know Him. They know Him who is from the beginning. Now that's the pre-existent God. That's the Creator. That's Jesus. All things were made through Him and by Him. Nothing was made that was made without Him doing it. So there's a transition to a deep and internal understanding of the heart of God. And that heart goes like this: I've had a season to be young and strong and a leader and make things happen. And what I desire now is that others would grow into the full stature of Christ. They would grow into the leaders and the thinkers and the creators and the artists that God made them to be. And it's my greatest desire to put the remainder of my life into helping them grow into that. It doesn't matter if anyone ever says my name again. Doesn't matter if I'm ever deemed famous or worthy or important. What is important is that before I go, physically, not spirit, well, from this physical aspect of life, it's important that I'm investing in making sure that children are becoming young men and young men are becoming leaders and becoming those that fulfill what God made them to do. And for that to happen, I must recede into this less visible position. You will often see that there is no longer the strength and vitality that went with all of the energetic things the young men and women of the church did. A sense of, I have less physically. I'm going to invest that more cautiously. I have more wisdom, less crazy risk-taking energy. Now, finally, it's not going to have its own video, but it is implied that just as the pre-salvific stage precedes young little children, that following the full ministry of this rare creature of a spiritual mother, spiritual father, there's less of them, we talked about that, because of, well, partially just people not wanting to move from one stage to another, because they're enjoying it. There's many reasons to enjoy it, but you end up with the sense that you're taking somebody else's spot. That you will leave an echo of the imprint God put on you onto this group of people. That there will be an eternal value greater than the things that you did in the investment you made in the equipping of others. And that becomes a greater sense of legacy than this book I wrote, this church I started, than this multi-selling Christian record. That becomes a sense of high value spiritual investment. Okay, that's the beginning, the end of the set of explanation of terms, and following this directly, we're going to get into very specific things, life stages of the fivefold ministry callings. Thank you. You're a very patient audience. Have a great day.